Sorry.
No, don't worry. I just wanted to say hello to you as well.
Yeah, thank you. How are you, Bianca?
I'm very good. As Arjit said, we are sending the link for everyone to join, like to be here and to start the meeting. So it's okay. We have Abdul here, one of the investors. So
nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Thank you all. Nice to meet you too. Rick and Luca, where are you based?
Lugano. We're
Lugano.
Lugano, at the border between Italy and Switzerland. It's amazing.
a great position, yeah.
Yeah. I hate you right now. We have
you, Abdul, where were you based?
I'm in Istanbul, Turkey.
Istanbul.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
I love Istanbul. I've been there so many times. Last year, 2 times I was.
Oh.
Well, okay, nice to meet you all the guys here.
Would love to.
Anytime.
Hello.
Hello.
Dunstan.
Okay, so people are joining.
I can see Hamid also joined. So
yes.
Welcome, Hamid. If you can turn on your video, it will be great. Hamid is another investor and a very good friend, another great fellow from the ecosystem.
Hello, my friend.
Nice
Hello,
to meet
Hi,
you.
Hamid.
Hope you are fine. Sorry, because my laptop, as I told you guys, it has a problem with the webcam. I cannot open my webcam, but I will join you with my mobile phone when I arrive at my home. It's okay. Thank you for invitation. I'm ready to reaching the startups. They are professional, and as I already said, I'm the venture capitalist and also the technology transfer strategist. Now I'm living in Muscat. However, I'm originally from Iran, but connected with the world. It's mean my country is all countries without borders. This is my country. So I'm with you and hope we have the great vision.
Super. Okay, so we have Dunstan. He is exactly now in Dubai, and he runs a huge family fund. Dunstan is a friend of mine. He's a ambassador and chairperson for Dubai for World Leader Summit, and of course he is COO of the family-run business in Dubai itself, run by the Sheikh. And welcome to our investor roundtable, Dunstan. He is another investor from our roundtable. We are really sorry, apologize that we couldn't do it physically due to COVID, but yes, we are hoping that next month we will be doing it physically. And I saw that Ahmed actually joined. He is another investor of ours. Somehow maybe there is a network glitch. I saw he just left, but let him join again.
Yes.
So Dunstan, welcome to Investor Round. If you can just self-introduce yourself and
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Arjit, and it's been a pleasure to be part of this team. So we are basically, I'm based out of Dubai, and I head the family office of His Highness Sheikh Ahmad bin Faisal Al Qasmi, who belongs to the ruling family of Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah. So we are into different portfolios of our own activities and investment plans. Like we are into gold and diamond, we are into aviation, we are into healthcare, we are into entertainment, we are into hospitality, and we also support entrepreneurs and business people who wants to come and expand their business activities in the Middle East. We facilitate them with the government licenses, visas. We handhold them throughout the journey, make sure that they settle well. So, and now we are also looking at supporting startups and see how we can mentor them, because I have come across many entrepreneurs or startups who have not been or who are not that successful in pitching their project with the investors. So what happened is they unfortunately they don't get noticed with the investors, because I've attended many pitch desk programs where these people, they talk for hours, but they don't touch what is important to the investor. As far as an investor is concerned, he just want to know what the idea is, what it is going to be delivered, what is the investment he's looking at, and what is the return of investment. That's all. Just 4 or 5 main parameters is what we need to touch upon and we need to conclude that in probably in about less than 5 minutes, because that's a time that the investors have. They're not sitting there for the whole day to go through the entire process. So this has made me think that when I come across good projects or good ideas, I try to mentor them. I try to mentor them and make them presentable in front of the investors. See, we ourselves are investors, but we also have a pool of other investors from various parts of the country who invest on projects that we recommend. So when a royal family recommend a particular project, the investors will blindly go and say, okay, fine, we'll go ahead with that. But so when we recommend, we need to show that it is a project of caliber. It has to have its own merit. So that's the reason why I thought of looking at mentoring some of the entrepreneurs or startups. And that's how I come across Arjit, and he invited me to be part of this session today. So I'll be here for a brief. I've already told him that I can't be here because today, being Monday, now as you all know, UAE, the weekends have changed. It was earlier Saturday, Friday and Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Now we are moved to Saturday, Sunday. So today being the first working day of the week, I'm completely scheduled with meetings till 5 o'clock. So I'll just be there for some time. And then my email ID, everything is available with Arjit. Anybody who wants to contact me, you're most welcome to be in touch. And whenever you come to Dubai, please do drop in. We can always meet, and whatever support I can give, I will do so. Thank you so much.
He's a great support guy. So like he already informed me regarding his schedule, and we know. So there is no problem. We in any way will be doing it physically in Dubai, and Dunstan will be in touch. We are happy and graced that you came. I'll just introduce two of the other investors and then just take their name, and I will leave the session to our session moderator, Bianca. George Sebastino is again from Dubai. He's a great person. We met each other, I think, quite a few number of times. And he's a big name into the blockchain industry. He's a angel investor, and of course, serving as a CEO into Global Blockchain Council, a couple of others. So George, welcome to our investors roundtable, powered by World Leader Summit and EBW, the Elite Business Woman Group, and supported by Co-Innovate Ventures. George, I guess, I'm not sure, I can't see you. If there is a network issue, we can turn off our videos.
No, I put the video on, so you should be able to see me.
Yes. Welcome, George.
Yeah, normally I turn it off. Good morning or good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. The name is George Sebastião. I've been in Middle East for about 25, 26 years. Out of that, we have done a lot of work for large enterprises, including, for example, Computer Associates, ITS, which is like a mini EDS for the Middle East. And then, of course, also even a CTO for Huawei for 5.5 years for 20 countries, all the way up to Africa as well. About 7 years ago or so, we got involved heavily into blockchain. So we started doing incubation for startups. So we created also something called EcoX, which stands for Ecosystem Connections. And EcoX now runs in about 9 different countries, 9 different cities across the region. We have established you can say the largest blockchain crypto community in Dubai. And we run regular events weekly for the last 4 years. We also do annual conferences. For example, just to give you an idea, in the month of October last year, we had over 50 blockchain events in Dubai alone. The next upcoming February and March will be actually quite similar, where we will have quite a lot of events as well. It's a pleasure to be here. So any assistance that you require, we're of course interested in innovative blockchain startups that have or could have an interest in things like, for example, fintech technology or solutions. But beyond that, you can say today some of the key solutions that play an important role beyond fintech include things like, for example, DeFi, NFTs, and obviously this year, two other important elements have come as to be also quite or making a lot of noise, which is gamify and metaverse related applications as well. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, George, for coming. So last but not least, I have my friend Ahmed. Ahmed is from Egypt. Ahmed, if you are there, if you can turn on your microphone and do a self-introduction. I'll give a small introduction about him. He is a very passionate guy about technology. He's an ex-military and of course do a lot of, you can say, multiple different kind of ventures altogether. He's an ambassador to Volatility Summit as well, but he runs a large pool of investors, mainly into the crypto space and technology space. I would rather say the technology space. So if you're there, if you can just turn on your camera and your microphone, say hi to everyone, and then we can start. Ahmed, I can see you there.
I know, Arjit, my webcam has a problem. Sorry, but I will.
That's okay. That's okay, Ahmed. No problem on that. Ahmed, are you there? I guess he is there, but his network is not allowing him to. Okay, let him come once back again. Bianca, over to you. I guess we have another investor with us. If you
yes,
can,
we have Sapphire. Sapphire, yeah, am I pronouncing correct? We can.
Hi. I'm the executive assistant of Mr. Danson.
I think we have a little bit of microphone. I don't know why. Can you hear us? Okay, let's see if we can talk with Sapphire as well.
Hi, I'm the executive assistant, Mr. Danson. I don't think I have something to add. I'm just taking notes, and if you have any question, I'm here.
Okay, great. Let's turn on and off the microphones when we speak, because I hear a lot of noise everywhere. It's so crazy, you know, online and offline, not the same, even though we want to be like that. Okay, can you hear me well now, Arjit? Am I audible? Okay, let's start because we are already a little bit in late. So first of all, thank you for joining us. I'm really happy to see you all. Apologize for not being able to meet in person in Dubai. Sometimes God has other plans with us, and we've done the best to be here online with you. I promise the first round of tea or whatever you drink, it will be on me because it's my fault for not being able to come to Dubai in January. As you know, we are at Investors Roundtable. It is a concept organized by World Leader Summit, founded by Arjit Bhattacharya himself and Elite Business Women Club, which is the concept founded by me in 2015 in Romania. I will put 10 words, not more, about EBW, Elite Business Women Club. It's a concept targeting women in business, but we are inviting men companies as well in our ecosystem. We have men as mentors, men as business speakers, business owners, so we do business with everyone. But our aim is to support women in business and to help them to grow their companies and to obtain funds for their companies as well. Our priorities are education for the businesses, as well as funding the businesses, business networking, and global collaboration. We have 11 chapters in 11 countries since 2015, more than 10,000 companies in everywhere we are based, and we launched last year Russia, as well as some chapters in the Gulf countries. So we are expanding, and our aim is to really help companies and to create a network of trustworthy business people. You know, we do business with the people in whom we trust, so this is why we are organizing a lot of crazy things and beautiful things for the entrepreneurs as well. World Leader Summit, I think we joined forces 2 years ago. and I'm really happy to have the support of Arjit himself and his ecosystem. And we said that the most common challenge we've seen on entrepreneurs is the fact that they, in order to grow their business, they need funds and of course business experience. So we joined forces to organize this type of concepts to bring together investors and companies at the same table and to support them to create better businesses together. So this is why we joined forces today. I will let Arjit to introduce a few words about Co-Innovate Ventures. Please, Arjit.
Thank you so much, Bianca. Thanks for the beautiful introduction. You are always a darling and great friend. Well, regarding Co-Innovate Ventures, we started very recently. It's an accelerator. We started registered in Australia, Sydney itself, which has got enormous number of fund access. We are gathering approximately 20 different venture capital funds coming together and trying to help the entrepreneurs to raise capital from our accelerator, plus being accelerated inside our ecosystem. Regarding World Leader Summit, that has been done by me and of course supported by all of you, which we did around 2.5 years back with a simple concept of bringing all the ecosystem coming together and then execute things together. We have got approximately 35,000 business owners who became our member into our ecosystem called WLS ecosystem, wherein we try to help you to do good business, do cross-trader, board-oriented ventures, and we support any kind of trading, any kind of innovation, any kind of acceleration that we can do. That's the reason we floated Co-Innovate Ventures as a separate accelerator as a body. Regarding my background, I'm a serial entrepreneur for the last 23 years, have been an angel investor for the last, I think, 12, 13 odd years, and created multiple number of ecosystem in my life and felt that is the right time to bring all these ecosystem coming together. So I'm also founder of Entrepreneur Face, which is right now working in approximately 27 different countries, helping companies to grow their venture from one country to another country and execute, go for the legal documentation and the merger acquisitions, partnerships, model, raising funds. I've been doing it for quite a long number of years, to be very honest. Floated a venture capital fund in Asia long time back as a GP, helped around 3 different angel funds to create their own syndicate based out of US, Australia, and in Asia. So happy to join forces with all of you. I shouldn't say only with Bianca, but Abdul, Hamid, George, Dunstan, I can see Ahmed also, he's here. So, you know, happy to collaborate, handshake with all of you. Abdul means both Abduls. So, of course, it's a pleasure to be here, and I will leave I think, the session to our moderator, Bianca, so that we can go and start our session with our startups, and keep rocking, guys. Good luck.
Okay, I know how it is to be an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur in the last 14 years, so I understand everyone is crazy right now and their stomach is a little bit tense. So I will not prolong the waiting. We have the first company with us today. The Future of Wellness, and the company's name is Loyalty. We have Leah and Luca and Erika, and I will let them to start the pitching. But before that, I know we have an evaluation sheet for the investors, and I would let Arjit introduce this little bit of work we have for our investors who are present in the panel. Please, Arjit.
Yeah, so we actually put 5 different sectors into your Excel sheet, if you can see. So once one company start introducing themselves, you can always take their company name, put that into the Excel sheet, and then do your marking. It is based on your own understanding. Whatever you feel out of 10, you can give them marks. This will enable us to better understand how much they have done and how good they can do in near future. And eventually, once we are done with the investor roundtable, we will send back feedback to all of you with aggregation models so that we can understand where we stand. And then we will go for a physical meetup in Dubai in front of all of you and maybe more people who will be joining us for the investor roundtable. We are hoping that we can do it in next month. So looking forward. If you have any questions, any doubt, please feel free to ask me in my WhatsApp. I'll be online with you, or in this chat regarding filling up the Excel file, or any other support, any other input that you need.
Great. Another thing which is in my area of expertise is timing. So I will keep an eye on the time. I'm so sorry if sometimes I have to interrupt you. It's not something I am very happy to do, but we have a lot of companies and I know your time is valuable as our time as well. So welcome Luca and Leah and Loyalty and Erika, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Very nice to meet you here. It's extremely exciting, this opportunity. So we are Loyalty. We are the 3 members that you see here present out of actually 4. We are a technological fashion brand, and we work with the science of bioceramics, which I will explain more in detail, the whole science bit as we go. We are engineering a therapeutical and beneficial fabric, which we use to create a futuristic and game-changing collection. This project is 7 years in the making, and in the past year, we have worked to make it become reality, to create a company out of it. Myself, I come from a 20-year career in the fashion business, starting from design to development and then to strategy. But I also grew up in a medical family. So my base ethics has always been to try to cure as much as possible. And now I have the opportunity to blend the best of 2 worlds. Problem. Well, today we live in a polluted world. We know this. And the scope of our fabric is to I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. The scope with our fabric and the science of bioceramics is to tackle the negative effects that the pollution has on our bodies and metabolisms. Water, it's our main nutrient today, but the water clusters are too polluted and too big for our cells to absorb them properly. By not being properly hydrated, we miss out on well-being features for our bodies. So less hydrated cells, it means poor strength of the cell itself. It means reduced capacity of fighting off potential illnesses and a faster aging of our organism. One way to reduce these water clusters to become more digestible for our cells is through far infrared rays. These rays are being used in many therapeutical treatments already, some medical, and mostly to enhance a general improved well-being. Up until now, these treatments have been done with far infrared ray lamps and through saunas. But now, thanks to the science of bioceramics, we are able to deliver the benefits directly through our fabric and fitness collection. So how does it work? Well, we nano encapsulate bioceramic capsules in the fibers, which is a specific blend of minerals, which in collaboration with our body heat, they create far infrared rays. Moreover, far infrared rays, they have the exact same wavelength as the life in our cells in our body, which this union is perfectly biocompatible. These rays can penetrate the body up to 4 centimeters of depth and act as a natural stimulation, not only for the hydration of our cells, but also to stimulate our micro circulatory system and help with the muscle strength and tissues. So what does it do? Well, seeing that our fitness collection, so we choose to apply it on a collection that has to do with sports. So the far infrared radiation goes into our body. It helps to stimulate the blood flow, to help the blood flow to distribute the oxygen better. It helps to strengthen the muscle while we work out. and to recover faster after sports. And this is through drainage of lactic acids and so on. It also acts like a natural anti-inflammatory, and it helps with pain relief. Our fabric is engineered actually by 4 active principles, to exponentially increase the bioceramic properties with future added values such as antioxidants and antibacterial protection. We are in the process of researching the patentability of our fabric also. Our collection is for women and men. It's composed initially by 15 pieces, and we also have knitwear included with Bioceramics. These are well studied ergonomically to follow the main, to respect the anatomy of the body, to follow the muscles and the main blood vessels. And to further enhance the quality of our product, we use the most technologically advanced production process, such as ultrasonic seaming and heat seals. So it's engineered 360%. After a long research of production sites around the world, we have decided to keep our advanced process in Italy, where we selected partners with elevated know-how, research and technology. Having chosen to provide a made in Italy product, this enabled us to grant a premium quality product and to have a tighter control on the process and reduce logistics and supply chain issues. The producers work on our specifications, and we retain all the ownership rights at every level of the supply chain.
Okay, Tom. Hello again. As you are well aware, the appetite for wellness is increased, and everybody is showcasing its healthy self on the social media. Everybody wants to look healthy, and this is, of course, has increased during the pandemic. The athleisure market, which is the one we will tackle at first. Athleisure is the combination between athletic and leisure, so a bit more comfortable, is the fastest growing sector in the fashion industry. This means it is projected to reach $226 billion in the next 5 years. We chose to position ourselves in a different way than other brands. In fact, there are brands that have been using bioceramics, but these are presented with a basic design manufacturing, which is low level, and most of all, they are purchasing ready-made materials with no added value, the 4 characteristics that Leah told you before. And on the other hand, the brands that are choosing more on the premium design, they actually lack all the benefits that bioceramics can bring. Reality Sport Brands is positioned in the premium segment. We address value-driven customers that are looking for something unique. We will start our quest in Switzerland, Scandinavia, due to the similar lifestyle habits of these nations. Keep in mind, almost 3/4 of the population of these nations works out at least twice a week. And on this population, we chose to tackle the high income bracket, which is something like 2.9 million potential clients. Of course, this is phase 1, then we will go outside. Moreover, in these markets, the consumer have already an awakened interest in, they are already aware of these beneficial effects. For example, in Scandinavia, there are already workspaces that are fitted with bioceramics to feel well. To further validate our project, we conducted an international market survey that confirmed that actually roughly 80% of the interviewed person are willing to spend more, to spend, let's say, a premium price to have a product that gives them all these benefits. Our go-to-market strategy will start with 100% online direct sales. Just a word of advice, the internet site is not yet running, so don't try it. And we make use, of course, of all of social media-driven channels for marketing. In the meantime, thanks to the international market survey we are conducting, we are actually already gathering a great list of clients, all those who have stated their willingness. It's, like I said, it's a big number that will be our first clients as soon as we push the button for the production. The manufacturing product, we have also started a process to pioneer the opportunity given by the metaverse. So we have here a person that could maybe help us out there. The manufacturing process, how it is would help us to keep a lean cost structure on the production side, and of course, will help us to benefit from further economies of scale as we grow further and further. This is our team. We are 4 members with complementary skill set and experience coming from communication, design, financial, engineering. We are very it's a good mix, right? So where are we now? We have engineered and produced our fabrics, produced the first prototypes, which we have here. We will show you when, afterwards if you want. In parallel, we have also filed for trademarks and are in the middle of the patentability research for the patents. We are present in the finals of BallBrain, which is a Swiss startup accelerator program, which helped us a lot to come here. And to further validate the solution, we are in discussion with sport doctors, with athletes, and we also have, as we said before, this ongoing international market survey which is helping us a lot. Finally, we also started to work with InnoSwiss. InnoSwiss is the federal innovation agency which helps on a federal level all the startups. What we'll do, this cooperation, we will cooperate with InnoSwiss and the academic world. They will choose a university that will help us in order to develop also fabrics for the curative garments, so post-surgical and curative environment. This cooperation will, of course, help us develop a new line, but also it will help validate the benefits that we will bring also in the normal garments. Our online shop will be ready in the first quarter. The production is planned to start in the second quarter, where we also will bring, of course, the collection on the market. We are now in the middle of the first financing round, and we plan to have a second one in between end of Q3 and Q4 in order to finance the new markets. So financial needs is light, but we'll have more details later. These projected numbers are based on a scenario with a steady, let's say sustainable but conservative increase in sales starting in the end of second quarter of this year. Then I must say the number after 2024 are a bit more conservative in the making. We chose to stick to the years where we have more visibility. As you can see, we plan to reach break-even with the current condition during next year, the second half. And more in details, products will come to the market with the price that is roughly 6 times the per production cost, guaranteeing us margin that will enable us also to withstand the part when we will go also in the brick and mortar in the stores, so with less margin as an online shop. In the current model, we estimate that this production cost to run roughly a bit more than a third of the total cost of the project. So the margin you see will take this into consideration. So join us and be part of this game-changing revolution in lifestyle habits and in the fashion industry. As I said, voila, here we are. And thank you for your attention.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Leah and Luca. I know it's not easy, even though it seems like very easy to talk about your company. Let's see if we have any feedback from our investors now, or they will fill in the evaluation form, and we will come back with the feedback. Let's see a round of questions if you have for loyalty.
If I may, I would like to show you some of these garments in our collection. This is our very first, it's our very first prototypes that we're correcting now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Luca, please go ahead.
We can see, yeah, I can see the garment, yeah.
So these are, this whole fabric, it has inside these active properties that with the body heat is going to help with all the stimulation of blood, temperature regulating when we work out, it drains the liquids. Mm-hmm. We also print with bioceramics, which is to enhance the effects. Also, we try to when we sew with ultrasounds, you won't have the thick seams that are disturbing on the body. Yeah, so just one example. And cool. Then so we have total look, so upper pieces, bottom, and yeah, it's quite difficult to show the full garments, but we're going to bring them to Dubai next time.
Great.
Yeah, and knitwear.
Ooh.
So Bianca, I think the process is pretty simple. The Q&A round is actually open, so any investor who have a question, they can raise their hand, and I can see already Abdul Khalek, he already raised his hand. So Abdul, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much for the great presentation, Luca. The team sound for me very innovative and a good product. My question, if you are now going for a scalable solution in Europe, you started Switzerland, Scandinavia, then the rest of Europe. How the landscape, let's say the competitive landscape looks like, and ideas about the product, if you are facing any, competition or not, how that would be.
So basically, seeing that we create our fabric with our selected 4 active principles, we don't have a direct competitor when it comes to the science part. Of course, there are many brands that are cool, fashion, premium level, who we also have to battle with when it comes to the appeal, to the design, but they don't use bioceramics. So that's where we have our strength again, that these garments actually do something for you when you wear them. They're not only nice and cool and designed. So the competitors, either they have a similar and cool design, or if they are beneficial, they are in a completely different bracket. And it's not very known that some simple bioceramic fabrics already exist, but brands haven't even made much fuss about. So you don't even know it's bioceramics. They choose to say, okay, it's active fibers, but they have a different core business. They just have some products. So, and that's where we want to have the whole brand built on this science. And we're not going to stop only with the fitness. We are going to So we have actually 4 different collections inside our brand, which are going to come, we're going to release with time. We also have sleepwear. While you sleep, it helps your body to stay healthier, and etc. We're going to have a knitwear collection, and then we're looking into, as Luca mentioned, the whole medical part, postpartum, post-surgical. So yeah, to answer your question, as direct competitors, they don't exist, and that's why we also, want to hurry up to come out on the market this year, because there is still this space for us.
Right, that's sound great, and I think you can increase also, let's say, barriers to entry, or let's say to be like unique, more to selling that you, as you said, you explained, you will be differentiating, the product range, right? So always differentiation by the growth, you can always be, on the top of your competition. So that sounds good. Wish you good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul. Okay, another question for loyalty, please. The investors, they can turn on their microphones.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad.
It's always good, always good. I know that. I can feel that.
Was the science bit, was it clear? Has anyone heard about bioceramics before, even in the medical field or other? Yeah, Arjit, you have now. Is it something in your countries that's familiar? What I would like to add also is the science of bioceramics was invented by NASA in the 60s. They still line their space shuttles with bioceramics, because it's also 100% blocking to any radiation, and also inside the suits. And then the Japanese took over the patent for utilizing bioceramics, but they only used it in strictly medical circumstances, so prostheses or teeth. And now, when the textile world has more advanced processes, now it's able to be broken down into nanoparticles that can be encapsulated in the thread. And that's why we can now use it and to make fabrics with it. So that's the evolution and where it comes from.
Great. So we have the evaluation form, which will be filled in by the investors. We don't have too much time for everyone because we already are running late. If there is no other feedback, we would like to thank you. And honestly, I cannot wait to see the the fitness working equipments on the market. I will be the first one to try it in Romania for sure.
Yeah, Luca, Erika, and the team, frankly speaking, we actually discussed the same thing with Bianca. We'll be more than happy to check this out. And there is an evaluation sheet actually, which will eventually give you the feedback. So don't worry, you are doing good. You have done amazing work. Your prototype looks really, really cool. So best of luck, and we will touch base with each other soon. Sorry for our technical little bit of glitch because of network issues in a couple of places, but yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
So
thank you.
Okay, you know, the
Thank
first
you.
one it's a little bit more challenging, but we are finding a rhythm to finish the day with success. So we just entered the second company into the Zoom call. Thank you, Leah, Luca, Erika.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Okay. We have already here Yasna and her colleague. So it's okay. We are going to the second company who will pitch. If you are all ready, Arjit, are you ready? Okay, that's cool. And I hope all our investors present in the call are ready as well. So I will welcome the second company to pitch. It's called Mimoland. It's an amazing concept. It's from Serbia. I cannot wait to introduce them. We have here the founder, which is Jasna Dragovic. I hope I am pronouncing correct your name. Welcome, Jasna. You have 10, 12, maximum 50 minutes to pitch. And we have an evaluation sheet which will be filled in by the investors with the feedback for you after the pitch. So, and as well, we have a Q&A after your pitch. Welcome.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to present our concept. And yeah, I would like to share our presentation, then we will start.
Yes,
thank
you can share your screen. It's okay.
Super, Jasna.
Thank you. Am I sharing?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, just a second. Okay, we have you. This is going to be much easier. So, welcome to Mimoland is a startup that aims to provide magically happy and safe lives for all children in the world. And yeah, once again, I'm the founder of the startup, and also I'm the author of the book called Mimoland by the Flying Fairy. And this is a base for the whole idea. So where all it started? Actually, it started in UAE. Since I used to work as a flight attendant for Etihad Airways, and I used to work on a special position called Flying Nanny. And our job, my job, and my colleague's job was to ensure that children are happy on board the aircrafts. So as you probably know, when children are not happy, when they are not entertained, then we have anxious parents. And also we have like other passengers get also a little bit nervous, let's say like this. So our idea was to make sure that all of them are satisfied, and then to provide a happy atmosphere on board the airplane, which will also bring a good brand image to the airplane company. So how we did it actually, we had the opportunity to use children activity packs on board the aircraft, and from my side, I was always trying to give some extra effort, and then I started to create magical pillow toys from onboard resources. So to create the toys for the children, and started to tell them story about magical aviation, about the magical world that lives inside of the airplane. And why is that? Because while doing this, I was talking with psychologists and with pedagogists, and we realized if we provide experience, like magical experience for children, we will manage to keep them occupied for a longer period of time, first of all, and then we will invoke their creativity, we can evoke their imagination. So this concept, it's not just educational, it's actually not just entertaining, but also educational, because we want to, having this market size of 3.4 billion air travelers in the world, and those are parents, other passengers and kids, we want to make an impact and to bring education actually to the onboard the aircraft. So I will tell you a very interesting story actually. While I was doing this flying adventure on board the aircraft, I always took these pillow toys to the flight deck. Why I was doing this? Because when you give children something that is signed by a pilot, or you say pilot says hello, they are so enthusiastic, and then they feel very special. So that was my idea, to make them feel special on board the aircraft. And then one day a pilot said, I have never seen a flight attendant who is so enthusiastic doing its job, and why don't you make a business out of this? So I look at him in the eyes, and then I said, you know, I will do it. And then from that point on, I started thinking how to make a business out of these pillows, and about this experience that I was doing for the children on board. And what I did, actually, I did a testing. and I did the research as well. I realized what airlines are offering. Usually they're offering children activity packs. So those are franchise from, for example, Disney, Nickelodeon, but they are never associated specifically to the airline. So we don't have like this beautiful magical aviation world. We give them like some characters that are not associated with the airline. So I was thinking, okay, why don't we make a fairy tale? Why don't we make like this whole new world of characters who will actually help children by promoting values, by helping them to feel less to feel less fear of flying, etc. So I came to the conclusion to create the book, actually to write a fairy tale about magical aviation. Then I did the testing on board with my colleagues, and we did it actually on more than 400 flights. Actually, for 440 flights. So telling the story, giving the pillows, and what is very interesting is even when children got to sleep, when they were tired, they were hugging these pillows, and they were so happy they're going to sleep. So we had a really pleasant atmosphere. So then we realized this actually works. Why? Because we give them opportunity to be creative. So it's not just a flight. It's more than a flight. It's experience, and the really good thing is because in this fairy tale, and actually I have a book here, we promote values on each step, like in each situation in the book. First of all, the fairies, they come to life from within a pillow. And the idea is to have it connected with the digital content VR and AR, but that will more about that is going to come from my colleague.
As Yasmin told you, there were proven testing on the airplane, and there was many testing and many story, and everybody realized that there is a problem with flying with children. So that's how the Mimoland book was born. The thing about that is pedagogy approved, that's promoting value, that preventing anxiety, and actually our mission is that all of the kids of the world are going to fly without anxiety. So all of those things that you see here are done through the book, but this is the only book, and it is really unique that it's only fairy tale that brings children into the airplane. Once they enter the airplane, they're going into a magic world. Jasna, please move the slides. They're going into a magic world, and none of the stories in the world, like we have Frozen, we have many Disneys, is not connected just to the fairy tales, which is actually a flight attendant. There is no captain, there is no plane. So this is the unique book about the airplanes and connected to the airplane industry. We have many products that you can see here that are going to be made, and there is suitcases, pencils, and furthermore, once we develop our story, we are going to open like the corners in the duty-free shops. We are going to have corners on the airports, and there is going to be a lot of things that is happening for the kids. And if you move one step further, we are going to be happy that this become a park amuse. So in this moment where we are standing, we are having these promotional these books and these products for the airline, and we prepared our certified trainings for the attendants that are going to be fairies in the airplanes. And here again, it's a lot of future products that we are going to be creating. In our progress slides, sorry?
Yes.
In our progress slide, in this moment, we are in a phase of preparation. So we are communicating with the companies, and we are in some negotiation process with some of the companies and potential investors. After that, we are going to do the run test, which is going to be from 6 to 9 months in the airlines. And after that, we are going to get to new destinations of the airlines one by one. And once we develop the stable business with the airline company, then our focus is going to be to get the duty-free shops to put our products into duty-free shops. And after that, one of the last steps is going to be digital game, which is going to be done on a blockchain, which is going to have NFT VR and other blockchain elements. So when we put this into money projection, this is how we proceed that our next 5 years is going to look like. This is the potential revenue. As I told you, in the first year there is run test, and in the second year we are going to make revenue out of the airline companies, while in the third and the fourth year we are including next products, we are including duty-free shops, we are including games, we are including much more products. Our break even is going to be in the 19th month according to this that we made. Yasna, please.
Thank you. So, first of all, I would like to officially introduce Vukashin. He's our new business developer, and he's part of our team. And he just sold his first company. So, and he's a friend. He's like a family to us. So, we are so happy to have him on board. And we actually collaborated during these past years with more than 35 professionals. But those people who you see on the slide, those are a core team members, and I would like to introduce you Anna Grigoriev. She actually is our illustrator, and she did all these beautiful drawings of Mimoland. And then what is actually very important is that we have professionals from education industry, and our advisor, Dr. Svetlana Belic-Malinic. She was the finalist of Global Teacher Award, and she was announced second prize for the 21st century teacher. So she's included. She supports the concept, and she actually stands behind this educational part. And also Mr. Harold Underdown. He is one of the most well-recognized critics and book writers in US when it comes to children literature. So he is also part of our team. And what is also very important is to say that we are supported by Serbian Chamber of Commerce and Industry and different associations. And I would like to just mention the story from the beginning. When I said the pilot, he said you should make a business out of this. And then he told me, if you ever make this business one day, you should call your fairies Mimos. And I asked him why. And he said, like in my local language, Mimos means something gentle, something kind and beautiful given from the bottom of our heart. And actually, this is our guideline. We want to give to the world the shine from the stars. And our mission is to provide that none of the kids is afraid from flying from the early age, but then also because we promote different values through the book, which one is very important, that's like togetherness. All our fairies, they have blue color of the skin. And actually the idea is to have, they remind of different nationalities. So idea is to have all nationalities together under the blue, happy sky, and to promote the equal chances for children in the world. So they have equal chances for education, equal chances for health, and for a joyful life. And that's actually the bottom line of this book. So it is tailor-made. It's an aviation fairy tale, but then at the other point, it promotes core human values such as togetherness, love, and peace in the world. And thank you very much. I would say shukran. And since we are here in Dubai, I would love to show you something. So this is the beginning of our metaverse. Thank you so much, Shukran.
That's amazing. So beautiful, Yasna.
Super. somehow your group of advisors, Svetlana, she was a speaker in World Leader Summit this year. and we had the pleasure to hear her last November. So open to Q&A round for all the investors. If you have any kind of question, please raise your hand and unmute yourself and probably ask question. Yes, Dante.
Yeah, I just it's really a great thought, because as everybody knows, traveling with children is definitely definitely a challenge for most of the parents to keep them, especially on long flights, to keep them engaged or keep them relaxed. So, but my suggestion or my thought is, whatever you have showed is basically on a printed media or an toy kind of thing. Now, there are two challenges. One is this can be easily copied by a competitor, which means the business itself becomes challenging. Second is, it is like an in-flight magazine. This book, whatever you have showed, the children might read it for some time, and they may leave it in the flight and go back. And secondly, again, they are going to depend on the parents to make them read the story to them, which means the purpose of the intention or the purpose is not met, because again, the parents are going to be troubled for making them read the book and tell them what the story is, explain them what picture it is all about it. Instead of that, if you can go digital, in the sense, if you can develop an app, okay, and probably in a particular flight, if there are about 10 children or 20 children, they can get connected together on this app, and they get themselves engaged throughout the journey. The parents are not disturbed at all, because the children, they like to be with the same age group or of their own peers. So that would be a better idea. It's only a thought process. I mean, it could be wrong, it could be right. So I think this is what my humble submission is.
Thank you.
Thank you. And actually, the reason why we are here is because we want to go digital. And I would like Vukashin to explain a little bit more about it. Thank you.
So here is a little bit, because we know, as you know, the digital experience is always a much higher cost, and then something needs to go viral, and something needs a lot of digital investment in order for that to become like really a business that can bring you money and stuff like that. So as our first initial thoughts, we were to start with the products that are, let's say, offline products, than to play with the kids. But our initial idea, and as I told, and we are starting to develop in our plan, in the second year, we are starting to develop the mobile app. That mobile app is going to be something like SimCity or something that you've already seen. So if you are, for example, traveling from London, then you start your travel in London, you're getting a Mimo who is having the values of London, and then he can unlock like a couple of buildings and monuments to London. And then if he's traveling to another destination, to Dubai, then he's going to unlock a Mimo from Dubai, and then he's going to have there. And that is just going to be like the beginning of some, let's call it, popular metaverse of our playground and everything that can be made. Also, there is going to be a board with the AR and VR games, but those are the steps that we are going to take a little bit later, because we first want to close our deal with the companies, then we want to put our products in the duty free, and after that we are going to assure that that a lot of kids are going to see our presentation, and that are going to touch our new digital product.
Good, thank you so much. Do we have any other questions for Mimoland? Okay, good. So if we don't have any other questions or feedback, we have the evaluation form which will be filled in. Then we will have a feedback from all the investors towards the companies who are pitching today. I will say thank you to Mimoland, Yasna and Vukashin for your presence in the pitching panel. I know online is not like the offline. We will do something about the offline very soon. Thank you so much, and the best of luck with Mimoland.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Great. Okay. So officially we have 14 minutes of being late towards our agenda, but we are catching up very, very good. We already have our third company to pitch in the panel. We have Hala here. Hala, can you hear us very well? Can you?
Hi, Bianca. Yes, I can hear you. Hi, everybody.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. So, Hala, actually, I think now you are in Dubai, right?
I am in Dubai, indeed.
That's amazing. Hala is the owner of MOM, an online platform connecting seekers of home care service with providers of such services. You will have your pitching moment in 1 second. Remember that you have 10 to 12 minutes because we are already running late, and we have a Q&A after your pitch. So good luck.
Sure.
And you can share your screen as well.
Okay, fantastic. Just 1 second. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So hi, everyone, and thank you for your attention today. I would like to start by introducing myself first very briefly. So I'm Hala Houbeich Kattounas. I'm the founder of MOM, which I will be discussing with you later today. But just a little bit more about myself. So I am personally, I have been in finance for the last 20 years. I was in private equity. I've worked in investments across several sectors, but from acquisition to portfolio management to exits. For the last decade, I was actually running a family office. I was based in Qatar, and I was focusing mainly on real estate and hospitality. And we just moved back to Dubai, me, myself, my husband, and the family. So I am a mother of 2 kids, and as you can imagine, being investors yourself, you probably know the kind of lifestyle that I was having and the struggle that the work was extremely demanding. And with 2 young kids, I was continuously struggling to find the right help for my children. I'm very picky in terms I did not want my career to compromise the development and the growth of my kids. So starting from when they were born, when I wanted a maternity nurse, all the way till after that, when I actually wanted childcare, qualified childcare that can help with their education while I am at work, and things like that, I just did not know where to search in the Middle East. It was a complete struggle at any point in time. And this is how slowly the idea of building a platform that actually facilitates this for families started coming. It actually came from a personal need, from a personal pain. And today, I mean, I am a working woman, but there's a lot of more working women that are, coming up in today's world. It's a growing market, and therefore I can imagine more and more people going through that kind of struggle. So this is where the presentation is not moving, right?
I can see just the problem sheet now.
Okay, I guess now it's working.
Now it's okay, I can see.
Yeah, thank you, Bianca. So basically, what is MOM? MOM is a platform, an online platform that connects people looking for home care services, and we're going to talk about what are home care services, with people providing those services. So we operate through a number of categories. Sorry, but the presentation is not moving for some reason. The slides are not moving.
It's okay, Hala, don't worry.
Okay, so I'll talk to, if I cannot go through the slides, I'll just talk through it. Okay, sorry for that.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, so we're operating across 3 main categories: newborn care, childcare, and elderly care. And within childcare, there are several subcategories like au pairs, babysitters, tutors. So as a platform, we have today, as of today, because we've gone live in the last few months, and we have around 650 providers who have already subscribed onto the platform. And what happens is that they put their profile, they put their credentials, and then the seekers of such services will come onto the platform, and they can either browse through the profiles and chat directly with the caregiver and ask for their details, and then they can take it from there, meet with each other. Or they could actually post a job, and then all the providers that are within that category can see that there is a job posted. So for example, looking for a maternity nurse in Dubai from that month to that month, etc., and they can apply for that job. So this is roughly the idea in very simple forms. And the beauty of it is that it can also be expanded into many more categories as we start growing, such as drivers, cooks, pet care, and so forth. So we have launched in July 2022. We have gone live. I don't want to say we launched because we have not done any marketing. We're still in a soft launch phase because we're kind of testing the market a little bit before and refine the product before we go onto a more aggressive marketing spree. So we've gone live. As I said, we have over 650 providers today on the platform. We have 60 seekers. I would say some of these are friends and family, but a good half of them is not, who have signed up to the platform as well and tried to find the kind of care that they are looking for. Our market is mainly the UAE and Lebanon to start with, but the intention is to actually become a regional platform, because a lot of those providers are also mobile across the countries. They don't have to just provide their service in one country, so we can also bank on that. So what makes us a little bit unique, or why ImOm? So we are a two-sided market. There are the caregivers and there are the families. So for the caregivers, today we are 100% free platform. That will not be the case over the long term, as you would see in the business plan later on. We plan to charge a minimal fee, but something once we reach a critical mass of 1,000 plus people on the platform. We're getting there, but maybe we decide to make it a bit more than that. We don't charge any commissions, so people connect together. They determine the rate that they want to charge. We're just helping people find each other. For families, as I said, we are resolving a frustration that exists for a lot of them. We are making them less dependent on agencies where there is asymmetry of information. They get to see 1 or 2 profiles rather than seeing 20, 30 and picking the right fit for them. And we are allowing them to search based on their preferences, because the platform, the app, the way it works, there's an app and there's a website, and they are both live. And while you're there, you can search by languages. I want an Arabic speaking person. I want somebody with X many years of experience, etc. So it's just, they refine their search, and then they can see just the profiles that actually fit what they are looking for. So this is a little bit how the app looks like. I tried to put it here. So as a caregiver, that's what they see. They create their profile, they put some details about themselves, and then they can here see the jobs that have been posted by the seekers whenever there is one, so that they can apply for it. For the providers, they also have to sign up. They have to put in their details, and then after that, they can go on and chat directly with whoever they want to chat with, or they can post a job, as we said. I'm going to be very quick about the market because I've tapped on it before. I think that this is a market that will grow. You know, the demand for qualified home care is actually increasing. It has been accentuated as well with COVID. We have to say that with online learning, with things like that, people have identified where the kids have gaps. They've seen how much kids are spending time on screens, and how they could actually manage that and get them to spend time with people who actually help them develop in a better way. There's also the elderly care, which I spoke less about, but it's also a very important component of ImOm. Today, with more working moms, with families traveling, not living in their own countries, all our parents are going to need as well help. It can be companionship, it can be actually medical help, but people don't know where to find that help today. It is a struggle. If we look at the US, this is a market that is much more developed, and there are many platforms that actually cover for that. We are behind, and I think that this is what IMOM is trying to do, is actually trying to fill in that particular gap. How does IMOM work in terms of the monetization? It is basically a subscription-based model. What you are seeing now is what, if you sign up on the platform today, this is what you see. So we have thought a lot about how to charge every single category. Having said that, this package is under review now. I am in discussions with several people in the VC space in Europe who have handled platforms, and I've been strongly advised to go for volume of subscribers with minimal fees at this stage, with the ability to change that in the future rather than going with higher prices and lower volumes. And my business plan actually looks into the adjusted pricing rather than this. And then the team, so I have introduced myself, and then Amer Abilama is the CTO. He is sort of a co-founder. He has his own development company, so he is the one helping me a lot on the technical side. Having said that, and I'll talk about this, but we have developed the platform with a company in Romania, in Cluj-Napoca, which is one of the they call, I mean, at least that's what I know, they call it the Silicon Valley of Europe. So very, very professional, very, you can tell from the product if you browse through the website or the app. But Tamer is the person helping me now that they have handed over back the project to us. And we've hired a developer who joined us full-time as of January 3rd. There's also 2 more people on the team at the moment. There's Mira, who handles the customer success. So she has spoken to every single person of the 650 people who are actually subscribed today. She's the one who also helps seekers whenever they come through. And there's Jessica, who's the marketing manager. Bianca, how am I doing on time?
It's very well. It's very well. If you can have the last conclusion, it would be great.
Okay, we'll wrap it up quickly. So as of today, the project has been fully self-funded. I have invested about $160,000 into the project, which has gone roughly half of it into the development and the other half into payroll of the team, because we have started the idea like almost 2 years ago. I think the rest I have already spoken about. We are live. We are on iOS and Android. The website is also live. We are in soft launch phase. We are refining a few things before we go and start marketing and going into a bigger. And this is the business plan. So we plan to become, hopefully, if everything goes on track, if there are no major hiccups, which of course there always is, but we plan to become profitable in year 4. In the meantime, there is a funding gap of roughly €1 million, I would say. So these numbers are in dollars, but the funding gap is roughly €1 million. That goes mostly into development. When I say payroll, some of that payroll is development actually, because some of those people are in-house, and setting up an office in Dubai, as well as marketing, because as of this year, we need to start marketing the product. So thank you. This is IMOM, and I'm very happy to listen to your feedback or answer any questions you may have.
Amazing, Hala. Thank you so much. So an online app after other businesses. Let's see some questions if we have from the investors. You can stop sharing your screen if you want, just to see the people, let's say on stage, not really on stage, but on the panel. So I think you entered just a few minutes ago. The investors have a evaluation form they will fill in for each company who is pitching today. So we will have a, let's say, official feedback to you as well. But if you have any questions in the panel, please, you can unmute your microphone. And I'm very happy we are catching with the time, so this is good.
Just a question.
Yes.
You know, Hala, you said, I think you said you targeted the Middle East market, yes?
Correct.
And do you have any expert to knowing the culture of the family living here in the Middle East, and especially in the country you named, in the Qatar, in the Kuwait, in Saudi?
Yes, of course. Okay, so maybe I should have mentioned that I am from Lebanon personally, and that is probably why Lebanon is one of the main first two markets, because it's a market I know, and I wanted to make sure I have an MVP and that I am comfortable with the product I have before I start opening up into other markets. The second market is the UAE. I have lived in the UAE for 10 years before moving to Qatar. And then now I'm back in the UAE. So I've been in the region, I've been in the GCC for 20 years myself. There's a lot coming from, so I have that, if you want, I don't need to learn a lot about the culture here because I am part of the region and I am basically part of the culture. But of course, there's a lot of different people around, and this is also why we did a lot of focus groups to try to understand what the people are looking for, and that was very interesting as well. And that is helping us, and as I mentioned, we are refining the product a bit, and part of it is as a response to those focus groups that we have done.
Okay, very nice. And another question, how much money do you need for your startups, and when is the breaking point?
Yes, as I mentioned briefly, I am looking to, because I'm looking to fund this until it doesn't require any funding. That's for the next 4 years. And that's about $1.1 million. Funding mainly, the use of funds is mainly for payroll, including development. So I would call it development as well, which is a chunk of it, and marketing, which is another big chunk of it. And I would like to set up a physical office in Dubai as well. At the moment, I don't know if I mentioned that, but the company is established in Cyprus, just the company. But there is a plan to potentially move it to Dubai or have it in between the two.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Any other questions for Eon, because we have to let this lady go. Let's see. Good. That's good. It seems like we don't have many questions. That's all right. Hala, thank you so much for the presentation.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, Arjit. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Take care, and we speak soon.
Sure, definitely.
Amazing.
Thank you, Hala, for the beautiful presentation. I'm sure that we'll have our feedback form filled up by all the investors, and we can give you a feedback.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Thank you.
And the best of luck. Take care. Great. Okay. I hope you are okay. Take a coffee, a tea, a glass of water, because we still have some people to come here, and they took a lot of time to prepare. They have, they are a little bit nervous, and it's fine. On the hotspot is never easy to be, so have a little bit of patience and understanding for the companies. Okay, even though they have a lot of experience, when you're a startup, you have a lot of questions in your head. So let's be with them today. We have the next company into the panel, and in the Zoom link, we have Sylvia with us. Sylvia, can you hear me? Can you unmute your microphone?
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm here with you.
Okay, great. So Sylvia, she will pitch for actually two companies today. We have oil and gas and agriculture. We are, let's say, moving to the traditional business model, which is good because we had some online platforms, some aviation product, the fitness industry today with us. So we are going into the traditional business model. Is it Petru joining us as well, Sylvia, or is just you with us?
No, he has to join us. I'm waiting his response.
Okay.
Don't worry. So to all of you, to all the investors and change makers who are actually joined us, including the startups, we have been actually curating these startups for the last 2.5 months, me and Bianca, We had multiple rounds of interviews with so many startups, and then we filtered out only few of them, chosen them to be present in front of all of you. So it's a beautiful hard work, all done by two of us, which we felt that we have tried our best to do something good and cool to make you understand that there is a disruption happening across the world, and probably we can handshake with each other to grow the entire family of us. And when we talk about family of us, of course, that includes all of you investors and change makers, and of course, the acceleration center owners, and of course, the ecosystem owners. It actually creates an ecosystem. So when you look at ecosystem development, we all understand it needs business clubs, it needs startups, they cannot stay in vacuum. It needs investors, it needs incubation centers, accelerators, market connect programs, professors, educators, all of us, so that we can handshake and we can probably grow the world into a better structure and system so that they can grow together. And that together concept is actually bringing us coming together in this platform, which we call as Investor Roundtable. So wait for the next startup to talk about their venture. Probably Sylvia, you can start. Don't worry about your partner. Once he or she comes, we can add them into the Zoom link. Yeah. We are actually in a very tight schedule. We can start from here.
Petro is joining.
Don't worry, you can just say a few words about the company. I'm seeing Petru, so I will let him in. He will be penalized with 2 bottles of fresh juice. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the system, that's the structure that we are following. So whoever is late, whoever is actually overshooting time, he or she will be actually getting a structure of giving us a treat with bottles of wine. So make sure you are on time, otherwise we will show you with 1 or 2 bottles.
That's good. Petru, welcome into the panel. Okay, Sylvia, you can start.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Silvia Ciobanu. I'm a board member in Titan Group. Here in the meeting today with us is Petru Rotaru. He's the CEO and the founder of the company. So let's dive into the presentation. As Bianca mentioned, I will present today 2 big projects. I have 30 slides, so please be patient with us.
That's because Sylvia has 2 companies to pitch for. So yeah, just for you to know.
I will start with a company overview. So Titan Group is about making high quality innovative products and services. In the company, we have 4 primary industries. The first one is wholesale construction materials. Here we have experience for 10 years. And we sell around 3,000 product items, plumbing and bathroom equipment, power tools, building materials, interior, exteriors, and so on. Another industry is agriculture. For 6 years we have experience, and the company owns cherry and apricot orchard of 50 hectares. Also, we work on construction industry for 2 years. As subcontracts, we already built 2 home residences. The most recent industry is in oil and gas for 2 years. We already built 1 gas station and another one is in progress. Almost 60% is done. The head office of the company is in Chisinau, Republic of Moldova. Here we have 2 pictures. One is taken from the restaurant of a gas station. Next to gas station, we have a restaurant. And another one here is construction materials with Titan Group logo. As I mentioned, Petru Rotaru is the founder and the CEO of the company. Petru is a self-driven and motivated entrepreneur with a proven track record of success and extraordinary achievements in building Titan brand from a simple idea to a multi-million-dollar business. His experience in all aspects of a business development, including operation, technology, finance, and marketing, and Petru is in business from 2008. Next to Petru, he has a great team who support his vision and the company's project. Here we have me as CFO. I'm running the finance department of the company, and I have more than 12 years experience in fintech and corporate finance. Another key member is Alex Timotin. He's the sales director, and he has more than 10 plus experience, 10 years experience. Alex Moyan is vice president and technical director. He has over 15 plus years experience. Anna Karp is head of operational department, and she has 12 plus years experience. Every team member is working for company for 3-5 years. In the last 3 years, the team have been focused on 4 primary goals. We have been focused on customers, on product and technology, on developing the business globally. And also we have been focused on people. So under customers, we have implementation, we have pipeline growth, strategic initiatives. We work in the last 2 years to build the first gas station. Also, next to the gas station, we have convenience store and restaurant, and we work to grow and develop a wholesale construction materials retail line. We want to expose our services in 25 plus countries. We work on legal readiness and also product and organizational readiness. For people, we are focused to attract top talent. We developed a bonus system, and also people have been focused on clients' revenue. Team is 100% aligned, and we have 4 primary goals in the next 3 years. We want to launch 10 packing house for fruits, vegetable, and grains, 2 in Moldova, 8 in Romania. We want to build 300 gas stations, 20 in Moldova, 120 in Romania, and 120 in Spain. Actually, the target is to develop 5,000 gas stations. Another goal is to expose our construction materials in 25 plus countries to create our retail market and to focus on the production of construction materials under Titan brand. We want to extend in 10 plus countries, building home residences, commercial properties, and deposits. On this slide, we'll talk about company achievement. As I mentioned before, we have we launched already our first gas station, Titan Oil. We have 1 year activity, and this gas station bring to the company 1.5 million euro as annual revenue. The gross margin is 50%. And also with a gas station comes the convenience store. Here we sell more than 8,000 product items. here we sell everything. So we have a huge variety of products, and we are covering all primary necessities. Also, we have a coffee shop and a restaurant. And the services we provide is 24/7. We did a research and we find out that if our gas station would be located in Chisinau, which is a city with a population of 1 million, the annual revenue would be 15 million euro, and the daily income would be 30k euro. Now, the current location for the gas station is in an area with 30k population, and the annual revenue is much less. But we can say that the gross margin is really good. The first project that we want to present you today is a distribution center called Storage and Packing House for Fruits, Vegetables, and Grain. So the problem is 90% of organic food products from emerging countries don't have access to developed markets. Products need to compete in the market with stringent quality requirements. And we come with the solution to build a distribution center called Storage and Packing House for Fruits, Vegetables, and Grain, with the most high quality sorting and packing technologies and temperature control cold rooms, helping to export worldwide organic food, which meets the market requirements. The process is very simple, and the first step is raw products collection. The next one is pre-culling, then we'll do sorting, then packaging, and the last one, distribution to domestic and foreign markets. Why us? Why we are so special? So we are the only packing house in Moldova that provides a variety and large quantity of packages with an attractive aspect. Food safety standards will be certified the most exigent certification standards. Then we have the highest quality for fruits, vegetables, and grain, and a variety of fruits. So will be a really big assortment here. We want to mention that we don't have competition in Moldova and Romanian market. The roadmap. We plan in May to buy the land, 3-5 hectares. In April, to work on technical project design. In May, to apply for authorization for construction. In June 22, to start the building works. In November 22, to build the cold storage room and equipment to install. In April 23, we'll start the acquisition of sorting and packing lines and other machinery, equipment, and materials. And in July 23, to launch the first packing house. Business model, source of income, and how we make money. So here we have sales of fruits and vegetables. We plan in 23 to start with 700 tons and grow in 28 to 42K. Here we have an average price of fruits and vegetables starting from €1 to 1.2. Another source of income is rented storage for products. We'll start with 900 tons and growing to 1.7 thousand tons. And another source of income is sorting and packed products. The price will be 15 cents per kilogram. So the maximum monthly capacity of storage of packing house is 5,000 tons. We'll start small and we'll grow to our maximum capacity. Here we have a 6-year